We're going live. Good afternoon.
Hello, happy Wednesday. Happy Goddess Chat.
Yes, so grateful to be here. We missed, I think we missed last week, so it's nice to get back on our chats today.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good. And hey, everyone out there who's watching now or later, wherever you happen to be on this Goddess Day.
Apparently, we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty. Give me one moment. We went live and then it decided it was going to pop me over and start playing over top of us. So hopefully now we're just us.
Okay. Is it just us?
I think we're good now. Yep, we're good to go.
Okay.
We're on YouTube and we are flowing, and thank you for understanding this technical world that we are living in. So yes, let's get to our topic of the day.
Vajrayogini.
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 Yeah.
Who knew? Another one of those that we have yet to explore.
And I love that we're encountering feminine aspects that I have never heard of before, and just diving into their stories, and especially from this particular deck that we're working from, it really does seem like we're working with people who have lived in this physical 3D world, and that is pretty dang magical.
Yeah, let me just read a little bit of the description of it from the book. If that's okay. Yeah. It says, who she is Vajrayogini is the power we all possess to transform mundane experiences into higher spiritual paths. Vajrayogini is considered the supreme deity of the Tantric pantheon. She is both a Dakini, which is a Tantric priestess, and a female Buddha. Woohoo! According to scholar Miranda Shaw, no other male Buddha, including her divine consort, approaches her metaphysical or practical import, meaning this goddess rocks.
Yeah.
Nobody can match her. She's the essence of all Buddhas. And to meditate on her brings immediate blessings to the practitioner.
Yes, goddess.
Yes. I think the lesson that I got from her was to, when you talk about the mundane, we talk about the everyday, or why is this happening to me? Or, not the spectacular, magical things that we want in our lives, but that we have the power to transform those mundane experiences into a Buddha experience, into magic.
Yeah.
I don't know what the word is that I wanted to use.
It's sacred. It's
sacred. That's it.
It's recognizing that every aspect of your life is sacred. And I think that that's what really struck me, because it's a theme that I have been exploring within my own journey over the last several years, especially in transforming and becoming even more aligned to my divine practices and purpose in general. To recognize that every part of your life is a part of your sacred journey. I've had these conversations with many clients where I am like, so why is it that your job is not a part of your spiritual journey? Why is it that washing your dishes is not a part of your spiritual journey? Why is it that taking a shower isn't a part of your spiritual? It all is. Every single aspect of your life has something to do with your spiritual journey, because you are a spiritual being. You are in this 3D form to remember your truth, to live that truth, and to honor the sacredness of everything that you have in your life. And And when you're figuring that out, it can feel a little daunting. But the reality is that it's also joyful to know that you're not in it alone. You don't have to do it alone. You can actually call upon the help of your support, your guide, your however you look at it. You know, in Buddhism, there's a lot of focus on meditation to remember, right? And to allow yourself to embrace every part of your being as part of your spiritual journey, even the things that are difficult, that and I would say especially the things that are difficult, like having gratitude for the things that we look at as negative or bad or happening that don't feel like, well, I've done all this work and it's still not working, but it is. You just are having to really look underneath that dis-ease, right? Get underneath the chaos, as your post yesterday talked about, is how can you find the sacredness within the chaos. I really loved that message that you shared yesterday, Paige.
Yeah, that really struck me, and I had to really think about that. I had a little bit of chaos in the room where I was recording, so probably everything.
Speaking
like,
of chaos, how can we find the peace?
Where is this woman going? I have an iRace car driver in the family that takes a break, and they are too kind to one another when they're racing sometimes. No, chaos. I tell you what, there was a time in my life, maybe some of you can relate to this, where I operated on chaos, that I did not know how to live without chaos. It was normal, not normal, but normal for me, because
it was your normal, right?
It was my normal. It was how I knew life to be. It was driving me crazy and I didn't like it, but it was what I knew. So that when I finally came around to creating a less chaotic life and becoming more aligned in my spiritual journey, the whole thing, it was kind of weird. It was like, oh, it's calm. There's not all this going on. Things
and
are
then
actually...
your ego wants to make chaos, right?
yeah. Then it's like, well, wait a minute. Yeah. And then you sabotage yourself by creating some more of something when it's not there. I think a lot of us fall into that category if we've lived in a chaotic family situation growing up, or it's what we know. And
rewiring, transforming, transitioning, it is hard. It is hard. So listen, if you're out there and you're thinking, hey, I'm doing all this and it's still not working, keep moving forward, because it's there. It's there. You might have to work on your perspective a little bit. You might have to shift yourself out of seeking out, looking at all the things that are going wrong, and see if you can start finding the gems. Where are the gems of your life? And recognizing that the entire experience is part of your sacred journey. And how you choose to navigate that decides whether or not you have that ease or that chaos, right? I can't remember if I've shared this in a previous session or not, but at 24 years old, I was living chaos to the max and was in a situation where I was working someplace and we were robbed, and it was bad. It ended very, very bad. And I left that situation crying out, why me? And a little voice inside, and it was really small, said, because you can do this. And it still took me a few years to get on my ascension path. Like, I've always been on path. We're on path from the minute we choose to enter this world. But the ascension path, this is the point where we wake up and we start rising and we start becoming more and more aware of the truth. And sometimes those truths sound really, really small in the midst of humongous chaos. But those little sparks of remembrance, those little sparks of messages, those little sparks of connecting to our intuition and remembering who we truly are. Those are the moments that the ascension is happening. So even in the darkest of days, I know for me, that dark day came because my train needed to get turned around.
Had a few moments like that.
Yep, it was going down a path that was not going to lead me to where I am today. And where I am today, I still have to do the work, right? I had a client share with me a message about what a healer is. And it was such a beautiful quotation. So just so you can hear this is a really lovely message. And I think that it is absolutely aligned with what we're talking about here today, is that we are in the opportunity of recognizing that every aspect of our life is sacred if we choose to see it. Okay. So healers are not perfect. They are actually far from it. Healers are people who have stared into the face of pain and suffering and found themselves start staring right back. They create themselves through all the adversity and in the process inspire others to do the same. Healers do not necessarily have to heal others. They heal themselves and inspire others to do exactly the same. And that's what we're doing here, friends. We are in alignment with you. We are on the sacred path with you. We are doing our work every single day. Just because the work that we do is called a healing modality, it does not mean that we have it all figured out. It means that we are consistently calling upon the divinity within us to rise. And that is what this goddess represents.
Our inner Buddha, our inner strength, wisdom, experience, goddess, in every way, shape, and form. It's there. It's there. For some of you who aren't really going through anything super horrible right now, yay for you. However, if you're in that state of, life is good, but and let's live in the and I want more. I want more of this, because I have what I call the disease of more. I always want more. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. But when you turn these mundane moments into the sacred, it just adds so much more richness to your life. Like when you take a bath, and I love a bath and all of that, but what would a goddess do? What would a goddess bath be like? I mean, light candles and just, run the water over your arms and down your back, and, you make it luxurious or whatever. I don't know, long ago when I was just by myself, trying to learn how to be by myself, I would make my bed and then I would lay out a nightgown and some jewelry or something, lay it out on the bed like a goddess sleeps here, kind of thing. Just those wacky things, just to remind myself that I am all that. And it just kind of makes the moment juicier. And because, we're here to live this life to the fullest and enjoy it and not suffer. We don't have to suffer for everybody and everything. And we're made for better. We're made for more.
Yes. And we have access to it. We just have to choose what's in alignment. Choose the alignments, right?
Right. And for those of you, choose the alignment. Those of you who are, and we know a few of you have mentioned you're going through some stuff. We're here for you. We support you. We hold space for you.
We hear you, we see you, and we honor you.
We honor you. Yeah. And you will get through this on your journey. Yes.
Goddess. Well, goddesses, we hope that you have a beautiful rest of your Wednesday. And we look forward to hearing what are your stories about how you transmute the mundane into sacred.
Yeah, exactly. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.
Namaste.
Namaste.